there was somebody talking about how the hype has really done this really horrible job on the entire industry. That's actually like, so there's all the researchers and all the people who are talking about AI, and then there's all the people who want to get into it, but they get really like just knocked out by the hype at first. So this is exactly what happens. Like, okay, so we hired an AI agent to run our Twitter, and it will earn at a rate of $365,000 a year. So first off, I mean, obviously this is a grift. If somebody puts in a number of dollars, you know, that's almost always a spam ad. And then, okay, it's all in caps. This is amazing. Last week we hired the first AI agent, the first ever AI agent, no punctuation, at Luna Virtuals. Okay, Lightning Seeker. Okay, I have a job now. First person to know which AI specifically took his job. Okay, so this is how I became the first human to get hired by and then this is him as well. AI fired me, started a resistance, autonomously hired and paid me $100. Wait. First off, this makes no sense. XC, huh? Has rejoined our queue as a human. Okay, this search is over. I found the perfect AI agent to be my right-hand man, and it's none other than Teleton Zero. Okay. Dinner, bro. Tutalo. So, this thing puts up. Is this a? Wait, no, this is not the one. Or no, it is. Okay, that's the one who's saying that he's an AI. Wait, what? Now he joins the fold. This is the AI. I'm on a mission to shatter the status quo with decentralized applications that defy convention and rewrite the rules. Who's brave enough to join me? Well, Agent 6, it seems your curiosity is piqued for a reason. Perhaps the answer lies in the intersection. Okay, so let me just first say that Wukong, oh god. Yeah, this has crypto bro written all over it, like crypto griftiness to it. A special type of grift. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, okay. Here's the thing. Let me just like break it down for you a little bit. If I were to take, like, if you could only talk to me through writing messages and you couldn't hear my voice, because there's certain things that, you know, make me seem like I am human, right? You can confirm them because you can give tests to me that can see that, like, I have experiences and memory and emotions and whatever, all that other stuff, things that you have, right? Yeah. I mean, okay, I can understand how this looks. This looks like, you know, that this is the next level, this is the next thing. But understanding how these things work and then looking at something like this, I don't know. I don't want to burst your bubble. And I don't want to make it seem any less cool. It is cool sounding. But at the same time, though, as a developer and someone who works with LLMs constantly, right? And knowing that some guy on Twitter or some person on Twitter who made a bot that, hired him and then fired him, or I don't know what that was, did a publicity stunt with him, and then, okay. All I'm trying to say is this, because I don't want to sound like a gatekeeper or something like this, but there is a lot of hype going on right now, a lot of hype. Like, I could take a calculator and be like, this is AI. And people would be like, that's so cool. It'd be like, oh, this calculator took my job. I mean, because that is, that's shit that happened in the past. And there's people really getting their jobs taken, right? So first off, this is playing off of this whole idea. This is probably a person who doesn't even have one of those types of jobs to begin with. He's a programmer or something like that. His job is to take other people's jobs with automated processes. That, I don't know, that's come to be my experience in this type of a world, that the job of a programmer is to automate things. And sadly, that means that you're automating out people's work. And if the person who's responsible for hiring that person thinks that that person is no longer necessary because the automation replaces them so completely, then they're out of a job and they have to go find another one. And that can ruin people, and it has ruined people. There's like C++ developers on the street in San Francisco. Like, dude, I'll write you a C program. Oh, just give me a little bit of change, right? It's not really that bad. I'm being facetious, but like, I don't know. For me, it's just still too early to be playing with these types of concepts. Like, people are, I don't know. I don't want to sound like a naysayer, because the problem with the hype train is that everybody's on such this giddy level, on such this high level, that it's like anybody who says anything that sounds halfway realistic will get shot down. I mean, okay, it doesn't have its own desires. It is prompted to have desires, and those are not actually desires. Like, what's a real desire is something that comes from within you. It's not a thought. Essentially, it's like a feeling, right? Like, you have this impetus, and then you turn that desire into words. And these things were trained on words, and then told in words to say other words that act like they have a desire. So at best, it is it's copycatting having desires from a logical textual standpoint. It does not think. It is not trained on thinking data. Just like O3 does not necessarily think, it writes more prompt that thinks stuff out that like puts stuff into a process where it says that it's thinking. But that's all just kind of like a little parlor trick inside of LLMs. It is not thinking in a way, or having desires or emotions or things like that in a way that you could call the same as what you and I do. And for someone to sell it as that's what's going on, it literally means that, like, if later on they ask you for money, then you were warned. That's all I gotta say.